Tonight, a Washington Post reporter is facing sharp criticism for speaking at a secretive gathering of progressives like George Soros. Janelle Ross's employer is denying previous knowledge of her appearance, telling the Washington Free Beacon, quote, the Washington Post policy discourages participation in any activity that could be perceived as partisan, saying she has been reminded of that. Cabot Phillips is the media director for Campus Reform. I'm sorry, the Washington Post, they pride themselves on being such a great journalist organization without biased reporters, and yet you've got a reporter, and perhaps we shouldn't be surprised, partaking in a very liberal event. What's going on, Cabot?
I think a lot of Americans feel as if it's time for the Washington Post to go ahead and register with the FEC as a super PAC for the left, because they're doing what the American people have known they've been doing for some time now, which is using their position of power, using their privilege to not report the facts, but to use their time and efforts to try to push this liberal leftist agenda throughout society. And people are getting fed up with it. And now Ross, the reporter in question here, is coming out saying, this isn't a big deal for me to be speaking at this event. Let's remember, the speaker list was kept a secret because she knew it was wrong for her to be at this event, using her status as a reporter to try to rally leftist activists at a George Soros funded event. And let's remember, the Washington Post slogan is democracy dies in darkness. I think the only thing dying in darkness right now is their readership rate, because they continue to allow their reporters to do actions like this. This is a big problem for the Washington Post and the mainstream media.
They did not know that she was doing this. She did not tell her employer that she was doing this. How many, I mean, when you look at the community of journalists, and I certainly know it well, why is it that they are so typically in the mainstream media beholden to the left? Why is it that their values are so much on the left as opposed to, as they try and promise you, down the middle?
Well, we give the Washington Post credit for not knowing about this, but let's be honest, they've created a culture where this type of thing is encouraged, where reporters know there will not be any ramifications for them going to events like this. If a reporter had gone to an event like this funded by the Koch brothers instead of George Soros, and they were rallying conservative activists on how to spread the conservative message and how to get votes moving forward, which is what this event was for the left, they wouldn't have a job for a week. They would be fired. It's hypocrisy to the highest degree, where these reporters know there's a double standard, because many times the media is A, funded by the left, and B, it's the media elites, it's the elites of society that are controlling the media, and they're pushing an agenda now where they're not concerned with the facts.
Cabot, thank you very much. It's good to see you tonight. All right, coming up, everyone, Black Friday loses some in-store shine, shall you say, as consumers go out and they shop online. But the bargains are still red hot this year. We have a live report for you next. Plus, Bernie Sanders is kind of bitter this Thanksgiving season. Why it seems he and Hillary just cannot let 2016 and the election go. Brad Blakeman and Chuck Rocha, they're here. They're going to take it on next.